Louis Saha believes coach Ruben Amorim should consider signing Paul Pogba to strengthen Manchester United. The £50 million deal that is shaking up the Premier League. A transfer bombshell at Old Trafford. How many transfer windows does Amorim need to revive Manchester United? Louis Saha has urged head coach Ruben Amorim to consider signing Paul Pogba as a solution to Manchester United's ongoing injury crisis. Currently, the club is struggling with a lengthy injury list, forcing Amorim to rely on young players on the bench in their recent defeats to Tottenham Hotspur. Key players such as Amad Diallo, Kobbie Mainoo, Manuel Ugarte, Toby Collier, Lenny Yoro, Christian Eriksen, Luke Shaw, Lisandro Martinez, and Mason Mount are all sidelined, significantly affecting the squad's depth. In this situation, Pogba, who is currently a free agent after terminating his contract with Juventus, could be a viable option to reinforce the squad. Pogba was banned from playing due to a doping violation in February last year. However, his 4-year suspension was reduced to 18 months after the Court of Arbitration for Sport ruled that he had not intentionally taken banned substances. Given Manchester United's current squad issues, Louis Saha believes this is the right time for the club to consider reuniting with the French midfielder. Speaking to best betting sites, the former Red Devil striker said, "I would bring Paul Pogba back to Manchester United immediately. Not just because the current squad is struggling with injuries, but also because of the qualities he brings. We need stability, quality, confidence, and leadership. Pogba has the chance to prove that he can still be one of the best players in the league." Saha believes Pogba will be highly motivated to prove himself, especially if he hopes to return to the French national team. Manchester United would get a fully committed player focused on his goals. The most important thing for Pogba now is to show Amorim and the fans that he is still one of the best players in the world, Saha emphasized. As for Manchester United, they remain stuck in the bottom half of the league table after their defeat to Tottenham. Dean Huijsen is becoming the center of attention in the transfer market, with multiple Premier League clubs battling for the 19-year-old center-back who has a £50 million release clause. Although the winter transfer window has just recently closed, the summer 2025 window is already heating up as top Premier League clubs race to secure the signature of young talent Dean Huijsen. With a release clause of around £50 million, the Bournemouth centre-back has attracted serious interest from giants like Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United. Currently, Huijsen is considered one of the most promising young centre-backs in Europe. Having developed at Juventus's academy, he impressed during a loan spell at AS Roma. Thanks to his outstanding performances, Bournemouth quickly signed him in the summer of 2024. However, less than a year later, he has already caught the attention of several elite clubs. According to journalist Fabrizio Romano, many top clubs have started contacting Bournemouth regarding Huijsen's release clause, setting the stage for an intense battle in the summer transfer window. Last summer, Newcastle spent too much time pursuing Marc Guehi from Crystal Palace, which caused them to miss out on signing Hu. With a squad lacking depth and financial constraints in place, Portuguese head coach Ruben Amorim is expected to need significant time to rebuild Manchester United. After more than a decade of instability since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement, United is entering another rebuilding phase under Amorim. But how many transfer windows will it take for him to bring the club back to the top? Gary Neville has previously suggested that United needs at least 2 to 3 transfer windows for Amorim to make a real impact. However, upon closer analysis, even that might not be enough to fix the club's deep-rooted issues. Amorim's tactical system versus United's current squad. Amorim has a well-defined tactical approach, favoring a 3-4-3 formation that requires specific player profiles in key positions. However, United currently lacks the personnel to fit this system, leading to underwhelming results. An unstable defense. The 3-4-3 system requires center-backs who can play like full-backs, but United doesn't have such players. Harry Maguire, Rafael Varane, and Johnny Evans are not ideal fits, while Lisandro Martinez struggles with frequent injuries. Weak full-backs. Amorim's system demands full-backs who can push forward like wingers, but Luke Shaw and Diogo Dalot have yet to reach the required level. A flawed midfield. United needs midfielders who can recover possession, distribute accurately, and control the game's tempo. However, Casemiro's form has declined, and Mason Mount has yet to prove his worth. Lack of a top striker. The striker role is crucial in Amorim's setup, but Rasmus Højlund is still young and inconsistent, while United has no quality backup option. More than just buying players. United not only needs to sign new players, but must also offload those who don't fit the system to free up wages and comply with PSR financial regulations. Looking at other successful rebuilds, such as Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool or Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, it's clear that 2 to 3 transfer windows won't be enough. Klopp's rebuild at Liverpool. Klopp took nearly 4 years to turn Liverpool into title contenders. His project started in 2015 but only achieved real success in the 2018-19 season. Arteta's transformation of Arsenal. Arteta needed over 3 years to make Arsenal competitive. In his early seasons, the team was inconsistent and even missed out on Champions League qualification. Given United's current state, a realistic time frame for Amorim's rebuild would be at least 4 to 5 transfer windows. The challenges Amorim will face. Even with enough time, Amorim's rebuild at United will face several major obstacles. Unstable management. United is still in a transition phase, with Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos taking charge, which could slow down decision-making. Financial limitations. The club can no longer spend freely due to PSR regulations, meaning they must sell before making big signings. Fan pressure. United has one of the biggest global fan bases, and expectations will be sky high. If there's no visible progress within a season or two, calls for Amorim's dismissal could grow. Despite these challenges, Amorim still has a chance to revive United, if given the time and proper backing. The Portuguese coach previously transformed Sporting Lisbon from a struggling side into champions of Portugal, and he has the potential to do something similar at Old Trafford. However, for his revolution to succeed, like Klopp's at Liverpool or Arteta's at Arsenal, United must be patient and avoid falling into the cycle of constantly changing head coaches, as they did with Jose Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Erik ten Hag.